Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win and find a way to lose. Ryan Garcia is about to find a way to win. I expect him to get a highlight reel KO when he faces off against Javier Fortuna. Javier Fortuna and Garcia was supposed to fight a while ago. But that's when Garcia was having all the issues with as far as mental health and everything else. And he had to pull out the fight. Now, at that time, that Javier Fortuna, I think everyone gave him a good chance to beat Ryan Garcia. But right now, that Javier Fortuna is not the same. He is not the same fighter. For those of you who don't know who Javier Fortuna is, he's 37 wins. 26 of those wins are by KO. He has 3 losses, and 1 loss was as a result of being knocked out. But he's a Dominican fighter, and he is very good. He's about 5'7", 68.5-inch reach, and he is definitely someone who could make the night very rough for Ryan Garcia. Fortuna will fight dirty. He will do anything it takes to win. The problem with Fortuna is he lost to Jojo Diaz, and in that fight with Jojo Diaz, Fortuna did look outclassed. He did. But he ended up getting cut in that fight, and then he was getting hit behind the head by Diaz as well. So it went to decision. Diaz got the win, unanimous decision. But it makes you wonder, had Diaz not fought so dirty. Well, he didn't fight dirty, but if he wasn't hitting him behind the head and doing other things, maybe Fortuna would have had a chance. But Fortuna just didn't have anything. Diaz's work rate just overwhelmed Fortuna. And Fortuna wasn't able to just get the hard shots off like he wanted to. He just couldn't. He just, stylistically, it just was a bad matchup for Fortuna. And with him going in with Ryan Garcia, I think it's just a horrible matchup. I think Ryan Garcia's speed, he's got power. Although Ryan Garcia is trying this, a high guard, Canelo-ish style, walk you down and knock you out type fight, which isn't Garcia's style. But he can probably get away with it against Fortuna, because Fortuna is the kind of guy who could be sitting there, could be standing there long enough to get caught with those shots. But at the same time, if Garcia doesn't tuck that chin, this may be the fight for Fortuna to really get his name back in the mix. But he's not a pushover. He can fight. But he just looked a step behind against Jojo Diaz when those guys fought July 9th, 2021. Since that loss, Fortuna came back and fought February 20th this year against Rafael Hernandez, and he clipped Hernandez in the first round, knocked him out. So, pretty good. The guy had 32 wins, 14 losses, and 3 draws. So he wasn't necessarily a scrub, but he was a good, fight for Fortuna to kind of get his feet wet and get a good win and put him back in position to take on a big fight like what he's getting with Ryan Garcia. But when it comes to Ryan Garcia, I mean, Ryan Garcia is his own worst enemy, in my opinion. He really is his own worst enemy. He came back this year. He fought a guy named Emmanuel Tagao, and I'm not sure what Ryan Garcia was thinking of. He was trying to force the knockout. He didn't just let it come naturally. Ryan Garcia got hit with a couple big shots, took him well. But against a guy like Fortuna, who may have more power than Tagao, if Ryan Garcia coming there with his chin high in the air like he does, and Fortuna catches him from that, that southpaw stance, Ryan Garcia could get hurt. But then again, I just think Fortuna is just not active enough, and I don't really give him much of a chance in this fight. I think Ryan Garcia is going to be able to actually get him out of there. And if Ryan Garcia gets him out of there, he's going to climb up on the rope. He's probably going to wrap his legs around his coach and lean back and cry and do all the other crap he does in the ring. And thank his Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, and say, I'm turned up. I'm turned up. I'm turned up. And all the other corny stuff Ryan Garcia says and does. And he's going to call out Tank Davis, which is a suicide mission. He might as well go and just strap the bomb around him and just run off into an open area and blow himself up. Because that's what's going to happen when he messes with Tank. Those damn fists are going to explode in Ryan Garcia's face. And Ryan Garcia is going to be knocked out. So I think it's a good fight for Ryan Garcia. I definitely think he's doing the right thing, calling out Tank, but not really wanting to fight him. Smart thing to do. Call him out, but don't get in the ring with him. Keeps your name alive. Mayweather was good. And not calling people out, but just, keeping his name out there. Mayweather would always have something to say, and his name would always be bubbling in the social media circuits, even though Floyd didn't have a fight or anything going on. So he knew how to stay relevant. I think if Garcia can keep doing that, he can stay somewhat relevant. But the thing about Garcia is people want him to go and step up and fight. But I don't think a good fight for Ryan Garcia is Tank Davis. So I fully expect him to get past Javier Fortuna, the Dominican fighter. I like him a lot. I just don't think he stands a chance against Ryan Garcia. I think Ryan Garcia clips him, and then Ryan Garcia just has to decide on what he wants to do. I don't know what the hell Pitbull Cruz is doing, but maybe Ryan goes after Pitbull Cruz after. I don't know, but we will see what happens. But Ryan Garcia. Guy's got to figure it out, man. And I'm just not so excited about Ryan Garcia no more. He's a great fighter. He has speed, but he looks lost, man. And he kind of, I don't even know if I feel sorry for him because he rips everyone. He says horrible things about people. His timing is all off, man. And then he's just hard to take a guy like that serious. He's like, he says all these horrible things about other opponents, but then he wants you to feel sorry for him. I mean, he changes trainers and then shits on Canelo and Eddie Reynoso. I mean, clown stuff this guy is doing. Those guys took him in. Canelo, Oscar basically, I'm sure he begged and pleaded to get him over there. Ryan Garcia went from shouting Viva Mexico after fights to not saying a damn thing, so he just looks lost. And I think he should get this win fairly easily, but you just never know, man. Who knows? Fortuna may go there and get down with Robert Garcia, just like Anthony Joshua. Now Fortuna comes in the ring a different beast, and he somehow gets the win against Garcia. It could happen, right? But anyway, that's my two thoughts on it. I think the Garcia, he's a talented fighter, but I just don't think this high guard walk you down like Canelo style. I just don't think that's his style. He needs to be looking at a prime Amir Khan and what Amir Khan was doing. Because that's what Ryan Garcia is. Stylistically, he's got the same attributes as Amir Khan. He just needs to tuck his chin, you know what I'm saying? And I think Ryan Garcia needs to look at that blueprint. And I think that style fits him the best. Because Khan didn't try all that walk you down crap. Khan outboxed you, and then it's just that damn speed. Overwhelm opponent. And Khan had pop. Ryan Garcia has pop and speed. He just doesn't know he hasn't packaged it properly. And Joe Goosen isn't the guy to package it. The guy who was helping him package it was Eddie Reynoso, but Ryan Garcia felt like he deserved more attention, that he was a superstar celebrity, which he is, but you're not bigger than Canelo. And I don't care who the hell comes over to the Eddie Reynoso camp. Nobody getting more time than Canelito, so he can kiss that shit goodbye. But I'm going to leave y'all with that. I really don't have much else to say because I'm not excited about this guy, Ryan Garcia. I'm not, man. And I try to be fairly, objective and fair. But he said so much negative things about people, especially after everyone converged on him when he was talking about his mental health issues and struggles. He comes right back and just starts shredding people, laughing at people, just on the social media, being the clown that he is. And I'm just not feeling him. So we'll see, but he should get the win. Then he'll go on. He'll step up, and then he'll get his ass knocked out. And I really do hope Tank takes the fight. I doubt he will, but I hope he does. And I hope he obliterates Ryan Garcia just for all the stuff Ryan Garcia has said about people after people came to his support and just worrying about this man being suicidal or whatever. I tell you what, he got healthy real quick. And when he did, he went right back to attacking people and doing things to people that was the so-called reason for him feeling suicidal. And having a mental health struggle. So, I don't feel sorry for a guy like that. But that being said, man, y'all like and subscribe. Subscribe to the channel, man. I appreciate your support. I really do, man. Leave your comments on what you think about this fight and what you think about Ryan Garcia. I think I'm gonna just do a video about, what do we make of Ryan Garcia? Like, that's really the question. Do we support this guy? Do we laugh at him? Do we hate him? Or do we just overlook things? I mean, he's not a damn kid. I mean, at some point, you got to hold him accountable, right? But anyway, I'm in the breeze.